Well, we are back. Welcome everyone to another Tyrion Cuthbert Attorney of the Arcane stream. We are now at part 9 of this stream series, and we'll be continuing our way through the final case of this game, which is also titled Attorney of the Arcane. Thank you, Nightbot. Alright. Make sure you follow those rules and chat at your own discretion. So in the previous part we were investigating the crime scene. Now it looks like it's sort of moved us across somewhere else before we go into the court section. So let's see where we are. It looked from the thumbnail like some mysterious place. Oh wow. We're looking for the estate of the Archduke. I don't understand. This should be the place. The map even has that giant tree north of here. This can't be the city of Ladon that Virgile mentioned. It doesn't look like anyone's lived here in centuries. But Lord Steelwind's directions were pretty straightforward, so why are we... Wait a minute. Did he give us the wrong location on purpose? Please, what kind of dishonorable cretin do you take me for? Lord Steelwind, what are you two standing around here for? Oh, it's left the word you out. It just says, what are two standing around here for? The trial will be starting shortly. Oh, that's right, because we were going to host the trial at this special location. I remember now. He's not alone either. He's flanked by a division of the Kingsguard and Arya. But it's difficult to tell if they're escorting her or keeping watch over her. You can see one of the knights channeling a spell over Arya. It must be an anti-magic field. Even now, she must still be wary about someone taking control of her mind. This is where we'll be hosting the trial? Yes, the Archduke has always been sentimental about this place. And I doubt a normal courtroom would have enough space. What? I really don't know what possessed him to trust you. It's a miracle he's even taking part in this at all. But nevertheless, let's not keep him waiting. Before you can ask him to elaborate, he walks past you and heads towards one of the central buildings. It's completely dilapidated. You're a little worried it might collapse on you while you're in it. You look at the prosecutor and raise an eyebrow at her. But she merely shakes her head. It's clear she's just as lost as you are. Alright, I guess we're doing this. Guess so, Tyrion. Oh, this is a very old and dark building to be having a court case. And they all seem to be just out of the loop as you are. The only person who seems to be unfazed by this entire situation is Lord Steelwind. He's taken his position at the opposite end of the room. It seems that he truly plans on prosecuting his daughter. Thank you all for coming here today. I appreciate your cooperation with our investigation. Why have you brought us here? This place is filthy. It's crawling with insects and vermin. But what happens here today must be kept under wraps for now. I had to choose a location that was away from modern civilization. But nevertheless, I welcome you all to my home. Wait, you live here? I do. Your Grace, I know you wouldn't bring us here unless you were completely certain. But I want to ask you one last time. Is this truly what you wish to do? There will be no going back after this. What? I've made many mistakes in my lifetime. I gave Wyvern the means to protect themselves, but all it did was warp them into something monstrous. I grew bitter seeing what I'd created, so I isolated myself from my people. Is this to say that you were the former ruler of this place? Foreign powers? Does he still suspect you're an agent of the theocracy? Well, no more. Oh wow. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. He must be a powerful mage. Don't tell me he's a dragon? Wow. Oh, this is so cool. It's a dragon. Wow. I was kind of expecting that because the way his hair was shaped kind of looked draconic. And I know there's that character in Fire Emblem who can transform into a dragon, and they looked similar. Corrin. So, now that's really cool. It looks very regal and divine the way it's sitting there. He's not very happy about what they're doing to his kingdom. Wow. The Lord of all Lords. Rathalion, the Scaled Lord. Wow. No way. Awesome. Wow. Now then, with introductions out of the way, shall we proceed? Oh, did we see his age just then? 1,203 years old, my gosh. Of course, Your Grace. The prosecution is ready. The defense is also ready. I'm sure we're all thoroughly aware of why we're gathered here. But for the sake of doing this properly, could you please list the charges, Lucio? Of course. The defendant, Arya Stillwind, aka my daughter, is charged with several counts of manslaughter. Her victims include many knights from the Kingsguard who are still unresponsive, and of course there's Lloyd von Sanctus and Coraline Sybil. What about the other dude? The heads of House von Sanctus and House Sybil, respectively. What is this farce? Might I remind the court of my own testimony? I witnessed Beatrice Frege enter the prayer room before I lost consciousness. Isn't it suspicious that this occurred around 15 minutes before Pierce's death? If I recall correctly, you only caught a glimpse of her. You don't know if it was someone else disguised as an illusion. You didn't even speak to her. That's all the more reason to call her to the stand to explain herself. She has already testified she has no memories. Well, that's very convenient, isn't it? My client has a right to a fair trial, and Beatrice Frager's involvement clearly implies some sort of foul play. She is a convicted criminal, after all. Very well. Let the defense have his battle. I only hope for his sake that his blade strikes true. Ugh, I do not like her demon. It's very unnerving. Oh, okay, we see what's going on here. It's that conniving ill-mater again. She actually looks pretty sincere, but it's not the first time she's lied. Very well. Witness testimony. I was with my sisters and my guide, Iris Illmater. I was speaking with them in the garden when I suddenly felt ill and lost consciousness. When I woke up, my sisters found me. They said that I had gone missing for over an hour. I was confused, but when I later heard what happened, I realized that someone must have taken control of my body. I have no memories of what happened, and from what I understand, the same thing happened to Arya. And to make matters worse, there's nothing that indicates who may have controlled our actions. It's all too convenient. We'll get to the bottom of this. Alright, let's just press every statement and see what we can find out. Make no mistake, she's definitely okay. What makes you so sure? Do you remember anything about what happened to her? No, but it's just a feeling. Enough of your speculation. Tell us what happened next, Frager. If they were with you, shouldn't your sisters have noticed this? According to Leif and Miriam, their pet dog was running amok in the hallways. Tracker, that is. They left the witness with Illmater to chase him down, and when the sisters returned, both Beatrice and Illmater were gone. Do you remember anything after that? Oh, No, none at all. I can only imagine what I was forced to do while I was unconscious. Forced? What do you mean by that? Yes, it's the only explanation. Absolutely ridiculous. Arcane magic is not capable of mind control. Well, maybe it's demonic in nature. Your statement does match up with what happened to my client. But you clearly already knew what happened to her. I suppose I can't blame you for thinking that after what you saw. Mr. Cuthbert, I know it doesn't mean much coming from me, but I am telling the truth. That remains to be seen. Why would you even bring that up? Well, if you had evidence that someone else was controlling us, it would exonerate both me and Arya. Think, Mr. Cuthbert, isn't it? She's trying to get through to us because she knows that Illmater keeps trying to change her thoughts. We must work together with her. There must be some form of evidence I can use here to show that she's being controlled. Think, what could it be? How can I prove that? I must find out somehow. It couldn't be the way those people died. The murder's route? Nope. Comatose nights? No. What about her actions? Nope. No. No. No, not really. So the demon wanted to meet with the dragon. Maybe it's to do with this. And what would that be? This symbol. You pull out the parchment with the purple mark on it and show it to her. The demon doesn't look too happy. Marinath, what are you doing? What's wrong? If that demon's trying to obfuscate her attempts to see it, maybe it's because the demons are behind everything. I don't know what this symbol is though. It looks like a claw or moons. Don't tell me my daughter's roped you into her little conspiracy theory. Your mind control defense would be laughable if it weren't downright insulting. Lord Stillwind, during the gap in Arya's memory, someone placed this mark in her pocket. It was clearly some sort of taunt from whoever orchestrated this. Nonsense, she clearly drew that symbol herself during her psychotic episode. I've had to listen to her go on and on about her insane theory. She was obsessed with it. Mr. Cuthbert, aren't you curious about what just happened? What are you talking about? Think about it. Well, I think I have a hunch. Marinath. Empress of Discord. Oh, she does belong to this demonic force now, so... Marinath is related to Hang on. Arya, the purple mark. The mastermind. The purple mark is not has been. Is related to... So he thinks that she would have recognized it. Why would she recognize it? Maybe it's to do with a demon. Ah, it is. Well, that's our hunch. It's not magic, it's demons that are behind these things. How could something demonic control Beatrice? Well, I mean, she does belong. Due to a blood contract. Maybe? Beatrice lost control of their actions due to a blood contract. Exactly. What, Arya also made a blood contract? Please don't tell me. I hope not. Oh no. Oh please. Why would she do that? Oh dear. Hello, you amazing individual. How are you rocking today? Hello, H2O Queen. Welcome in. I am doing well today. Loving the sunshine out there. I did go for a walk earlier, but now I'm in the shade here in my room, but that's okay. Wahoo! And how are you, lovely? Very nice. You are Tots, a beard dragon or a gecko. Huh? Oh, you're talking about the judge? This guy? You are totally a bearded dragon or a gecko. Oh, me! I see. I see. Yes, me being out in the sun. True. I do say that of myself. I am reptilian because my hands in the winter, if I don't wear gloves or use enough hand cream, they become very scaly and cracked. So I'm very cold-blooded. I need my sun. I am pleasantly knackered in earnest. 3 12-hour days. Wow. Yeah, you would be knocked out. I hope you're getting some sunshine too, Queen. Thank you. I know. I joke I'm a cold-blooded killer, but really I'm not. In nature, just in my blood flow to my body. All I want to do is sleep. Yeah, that's what you gotta do. Like, you just gotta listen to your body. If that's what it needs, then that's what it needs. I was a bit like that this past week, to be honest. I been very run down, fighting off a cold. So yeah, sometimes you just gotta give what your body needs. I went to bed at 3:30 in the morning this morning and woke up just after 11. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I'm getting there. I feel 95 maybe percent better now, so definitely getting all the sleep you need, giving your body the nutrients, getting in the sun, all important. I'm still tired, yawning. Yeah, just take it easy if you can. We're looking for the demon today who created a contract with Arya. We are in the courtroom section now of this case, and hopefully we can make long strides towards the big finale. But first we do need to work out who this demon is. Oh, the demon, well, that demon is on trial again because the demon, yes, that lady, Beatrice, was guilty. This one. But this case now involves her again because I don't know why she was let out of prison, but there was a special occasion and she's now implicated again. So this demon is up on the court trial again. Eugene, an unknown demon, Empress of Discord, Marinaz, maybe? That's something that didn't happen last time I was here. All I know was about the blood contract and what she wrote. Yes, that's right. And because of that blood contract, Beatrice actually has had to give over her body, her will, her mind, everything to the Empress of Discord. And because of that, that's how we know that her mind was being controlled by demonic forces. And the logical flow of that is also why Arya was being controlled in this case. And in order to prove that, we now need to get her contract. And in order to get that contract, we need to be able to name who she made it with. So it's a long string of logic, but that's what we're trying to work out at the moment. Okay, it's probably this Empress. Yeah. She was mentioned in Beatrice's blood contract. I'm reckoning it's probably Eris Ilmater, because it's been appearing across all the cases. How about Discord? Discord, you mean the chat application, or as an option? Oh, that does happen often, doesn't it? Yeah, all good. So, this purple mark is appearing across this string of cases, so the reason Beatrice would recognize it because her mind is being controlled by that Empress currently. So yes, we don't know what she is. However, she was mentioned in a blood contract created by Marinath. She must be his superior in some way. That might explain why Marinath doesn't want Beatrice to identify the purple mark. You're not sure if a pseudonym is enough, but it's the closest you can get with what you know so far. And this big dragon here, the Archduke, who was reporting to the royalty, turns out that was just the human form of Rathalion, who they worship. So he is presiding as judge over this final case. Yes, he is very dashing. Very regal and refined, isn't he? With that golden colour. What are you thinking about? Oh dear! Well, literally, yes, there are a lot of spiked protrusions from this creature, if I can say it in that manner. What are you thinking about? He's probably imagining new ways to futilely stall for time. I think I finally figured out why the witness and the defendant can't remember anything, and it would also explain why they didn't have control of their actions. Again with this. Well, if you're so convinced of my daughter's conspiracy, why don't you prove it? I knew it. Even you don't believe in the nonsense you're spouting. Lord Stillwind, I want to be wrong about this. If I'm right, the implications don't bode well for anyone involved. So instead of telling you, I think it would be better to show you. Empress of Discord, wherever you may hide. Damn it. I knew you could do it. By the eye of Horus, I issue upon you a divine edict. Release thy guards and manifest your blood contract with Arya Stillwind. Oh, here we go. Unlike Beatrice's, it's only one page. Even stranger, there's a large empty space at the top half. There are only a few sentences. For the intentions of this contract, the person who hands the contract to Arya Stillwind will be referred to as the patron. It's kind of funny because first we got the Empress of Discord, now we've got the patron. It's like we're referencing these applications, Discord and Patreon. By signing this contract, Arya would surrender her mind, body and soul to the patron. This contract will bind Arya to the patron so long as they both live. This can't be true. Well, you better believe it. Oh, it's fearsome. He's not going to back down. Yeah. Mighty fine teeth, if I might say so myself. She was controlled against her will. With this evidence, there's no doubt that Arya did sign a blood contract, but it still doesn't make sense. I agree. Even if Arya was the type to sign a contract, there isn't a single part that benefits her. Well, maybe the first half is in invisible ink or something. Why would Arya sign? The patron created the contract, or masterminded this scenario. Because she placed her trust, because she was threatened, because it looked like to exact revenge on Lord Stillwind, Beatrice, a normal document, the nobility, maybe? No? Trust, perhaps. Okay. Because she placed... So Arya signed because she placed her trust in a normal document. No. The nobility. Beatrice. No. Helped, created. Aha! I bet that the person is a mastermind, but at this stage all we can say is that it was a normal looking document. Yeah, we got it. When I issue a divine edict, it creates a copy of the blood contract that I call for. I think when she was given, it probably looked like something entirely different. Something else was written to make it look like a normal legal document, which means my client was not in control of her actions. Maybe it was a marriage certificate or something. Because she was having a meeting with her husband or fiancé in the prayer room. Do you see now, Lord Stillwind? Arya was not responsible for what happened. What are you talking about? She has a blood contract that relinquishes control of her free will. I'll admit the defendant may not have had control. However, she did have full control when she signed the contract. No one in their right mind would willingly sign a contract like this. If we can't hold the defendant responsible, surely we should also acquit Lady Freyja for the murder of her father? That's hardly the same thing. I, for one, fail to see the difference. A fool made a deal with a demon, and as a result several esteemed members of the nobility were killed. She's your daughter, Lucio. And how does that change anything? Honestly, this only places more responsibility on her for what happened. I could have accepted if she had been reckless and accidentally induced Mage Blight, but to sign a contract with a demon? That only further espouses the need to put her down. She was clearly tricked, Lucio. Is that so? As a fellow attorney, would you really sign a contract without carefully inspecting it? This is getting pretty fierce. The defendant willingly signed a blood contract. She compromised herself, and as a result, 3 nobles died. The responsibility falls squarely on her. Well, wouldn't it be the person who's controlling her mind? Exactly. Yes. We need to find who this patron is. Yes, very juicy. Even if the patron didn't directly participate, they definitely had a motive. If she was being controlled, we can analyze her behavior to determine who was controlling her. Yeah, it really would adapt well into an anime. They did that with the first 2 Ace Attorney games, so this would blend well as well. At the very least, we can't allow this patron to escape justice. Despite the questions raised, we've clearly made some headway. I believe we should take a brief recess to process these revelations. Father, I can't believe him. How does he have nothing to say? I suppose he just has to act upon his role here, even if his emotions may betray that. Alright. Here we go. We're going to get a little review of the case. This will help fill you in. I was at my house in Rathbone with Arya and my bodyguard, Celeste. I was speaking with them when a courier suddenly delivered a letter to my home. It was from Garrick Pierce. He wanted to meet with me and Celeste at the Grand Cathedral of the Scaled Lord at 2 p.m. Garrick being the convicted criminal who murdered Celeste's father in the first case. To make sure we were on time, we arrived at the Grand Cathedral at 1 p.m. At the time, we didn't know that the cathedral was closed to the public, but the knights guarding the cathedral allowed us through anyway. Apparently they were expecting us. That should not have been possible. Due to the solemnity of the situation, we were very particular about who was permitted to enter the cathedral. Yes, it was a memorial service for the king who died. It's possible someone pulled some strings to let us through, or you two entered illegally. Well, I'm sure that knight from the Kingsguard can vouch for us. I know about every order given to the Kingsguard, and none of them were told to let you through. Possibly. Anyway, we arrived at the church and spent the next hour sightseeing before we went to meet with Pierce. In that time we met with Remus, Lucio, Arya, Asta and Alaric. And around that time Arya and Asta left together to meet with the High Speaker in his quarters. While exploring the cathedral we spoke with Von Sanctus and Sybil. Then we spoke with the 3 Frege sisters and Eris Ilmater. She's a friend of Beatrice Frege. The Kingsguard wouldn't let her bring her familiar into the cathedral, so she brought Eris to guide her instead. Anyway, we left the garden at 1:45 to meet with Pierce in the prayer room. And at around the same time, Arya left her meeting with the High Speaker and felt nauseous. The last thing she remembers is looking at Lake Galacrond. A likely story. Regardless, at 2 p.m. Asta went to pay respects to his father's body. Unbeknownst to him, a mage had placed a glyph of contingency in front of his father's coffin. It was set to trap him within a force cage. What a despicable act! Considering what followed, the attack on His Majesty must have been a diversion. Right. It was also at this time that both Beatrice and Eris went missing. Considering the timing of it all, someone must have taken control of Beatrice's body after the trap on Asta was sprung. And are you saying this patron controlled her as well? No, I don't think so. According to her contract, her mind belongs to the Empress of Discord, not the patron. Furthermore, Arya's blood contract was created by the Empress. Yeah. It's just delivered by the patron, I believe. It's clear the patron and the Empress were in league with each other. Wonderful, another demon we have to worry about. Anyway, the patron and the Empress, he really does love that word anyway. Anyway, I'll say it now. The patron and the Empress had all of the pieces they needed. That's when they began the massacre. The patron took control of Arya's body and used her to murder Von Sanctus at 2:05. Presumably Arya started a fire in the common room around this time, and since Von Sanctus' body was found there, this must have been after she murdered him. Shortly after, Prince Alaric spotted smoke from the fire and asked Arya what was going on. Arya responded by using an unknown transmutation spell. Or was it unknown? We believe it was the one that turned him into an animal. To think they would use her to attack the prince as well. Luckily, the effects of that spell were only temporary, and Alaric came out unharmed. After this, the patron used Arya to murder Sybil at 2:15. She brought Sybil's body to the westward balcony, where she dumped it into Lake Galacrond. High Speaker Arceus witnessed this, but he wasn't aware of what she'd thrown off the balcony until much later. The High Speaker thought this encounter was strange, but he continued with his business. He headed to the prayer room, but was turned away by the knights standing guard there. Meanwhile, Celeste and I were talking to Lord Pierce. When we showed up for the meeting earlier, he was clearly expecting someone else to show up. We tried to get to the bottom of what was happening, but he refused to answer our questions, and at about 2:20 we heard a commotion outside. Celeste went to investigate, and that's when Celeste fought Arya. The patron's target was Garrick Pierce, but Celeste was too powerful to neutralize. They fought each other for about 15 minutes before Arya was finally able to push past her. During their fight, the Empress sent Beatrice into the prayer room. She probably made Beatrice invisible to move undetected. She then used her to cast a sleep spell on Pierce and me to knock us out. I remember checking the time close to when this happened. This must have happened at 2:30. If your testimony is correct, Beatrice Frege was actively used in this plan. And considering how quickly the massacre unfolded, the Empress must have coordinated with the patron. They probably planned how it's like using them as their own pawns in a chess game. After Beatrice knocked us out, Arya finally pushed past Celeste and entered the prayer room. And before Celeste could chase after her, she had already murdered Pierce. Arya and I were already unconscious by the time Celeste entered the room. The patron had already achieved their goal of murdering 3 nobles, so she probably fell unconscious after they released their control over her. Arya and I regained consciousness shortly after. That's when the Inquisition arrested her for the murders. Lord Pierce was one of the victims. Your meeting clearly had more significance than I'd realized. So tell us, Cuthbert, what was your discussion about? Well, we didn't really get there, did we? Because he got killed. But for the past few months, Celeste and I have been investigating who her birth parents are. Supposedly, Garrick Pierce had the information we were seeking, that letter he sent us. Well, the other thing was Maranath was having a meeting with the, that dragon archduke. I think about the same thing, that important information, so this must be central to this case. Wanted to trade information for freedom. I assumed he wanted me to be his attorney. Do you honestly expect us to believe that? Why would he ask for help from the attorney who indicted him in the first place? We thought the same. Hang on, now that I think of it, all of the murderers from the past cases have been on this scene. Garrick Pierce, Von Sanctus, Beatrice Frege, and there's another that I'm forgetting, but probably they are here too, and they're all involved somehow. Pierce sent that letter to someone else. You better not be lying, Cuthbert. Frankly, I don't much care if you believe me. Regardless, it does indeed. Very thick. We won't be able to stir this hot soup soon, it's too thick. Regardless, if we examine every action Arya took, we can build a psychological profile of the patron. I will give you that. To begin, the defense would like to call the Inquisition commander to the stand. His testimony might shed some light on how Von Sanctus and Sybil died. Despite all these accounts, we still only know how Pierce was murdered. Yes, he was stabbed through the heart with a frozen stalactite kind of thing. Eh. Oh, from his blood. Yes, and it was the same way he killed Flintheart. Well, we also know that Von Sanctus was burnt to death and Lady Sybil was thrown off the balcony, so I think we know all of them, don't we? It was very nasty, Queen. We need to find out exactly how Arya murdered those two. Swift and efficient, and required a lot of coordination and forethought. If we figure out who might have had this knowledge... I see, that sounds... Well, I'm guessing it's this Ilmater. So let's get to the bottom of this. Why are you so awkward today, Commander? Oh, yeah. Oh, the giant lizard is standing right behind me. That is their god in this culture, so he really should choose his words a bit more carefully. I'm just going to get a little drink here. Help my vocal cords. Speaking of vocal cords, I am going to watch The Voice tonight. Looking forward to that. Have you been watching The Voice at all, Queen? I suppose you'd be quite busy. And sometimes it goes quite late into the evening. Fair enough. It all started when we received a report from the Kingsguard. The prosecutor attacked Prince Alaric and a fire had broken out in the common room. We weren't sure what the deal with Steelwind was, so we went to the common room to put out the fire. But when we got there, we noticed a bunch of unconscious knights in front of the prayer room. We still don't know how that happened because no traces of magic were found on them, so that's another mystery. Now, okay, it doesn't tell us much. I don't think she is dead because the testimony of this priest says that what he saw was something darker, so it may not actually be her body. Furthermore, there is a spell here which says feign death, so it's possible that she's making it look like she's dead but she's actually alive. So I'm kind of waiting for her to wake up and give a testimony, but I could be wrong. Not the first time I've been wrong. Suffocation, well, I think the spell just said that it can make a person look like they're no longer breathing, so anyhow, let's press this. Whoever orchestrated this must have known we'd focus our attention on keeping the royal family safe. No doubt. They're very intelligent to orchestrate this entire plan, so... right under their noses too. No, we only saw the aftermath of their fight. Marks and craters everywhere. Pierce's time of death was 2:45. Yes. What happened in that room? Oh. It's rather traumatic. 3 people dying in 1 hour. Judging from the timing, this would have been several minutes after he'd already died. Pierce was already dead. You and Steelwind unresponsive. I can see why I'd be yes. But why would Arya? Yes, most likely. Later found the bodies of Von Sanctus and Sybil. That's when we realised she'd offed all 3 of them. But, wait, wasn't... Just trying to think again. Okay. Who murdered... Which one? I kind of want to know about Sybil because... Suffocation, not exactly sure how. Yeah. Necromancy. Well, necromancy, feign death is one of those spells. We later discovered her body from the high speakers. She must have dumped her body. When bodies started dropping, we noticed she was nowhere to be found. One of the King's Guard cast locate creature. Let's just see what they have to say about each of them first. Garrick's. Well, that is one is simple. McCoy chased Steelwind into the prayer room, but didn't arrive fast enough. He was already dead. So, if that's the case, doesn't that mean that maybe Freyja killed him because... what's her compendium include? No, it doesn't have shape liquid. He has that. He wouldn't just kill himself, would he? Where's Arya's compendium? Shape liquid. Shape liquid. What's that one again? Yeah, okay, never mind. Okay, there's not enough to go on there, but at least we gleaned a bit of information. I want to hear about, I really doubt we'll hear much from the one that got burnt because there's no physical evidence, but still, it's worth a try. I'm just going to go with my original hypothesis, see if that tracks, and if not, we will follow another line of logic. Okay. This guy's testimony. Nope. Nope, I didn't think so, but... Alright. We later discovered her body in lake. Must have dumped her body from balcony above. Maybe it was the statement about Von Sanctus not having anything to defend himself with, because he did have abjuration magic around the body, and so he did try to put a... Oops, hang on, didn't mean to do that. He tried to put that box around himself to stop the fire, isn't it? Nope, that didn't fly either. Unless there's another thing like the spell itself. Oh yeah. What is it now? Commander White, you said that Steelwind attacked Von Sanctus with a firebolt before she although if... she probably wanted to injure him so he'd be easy to subdue. Or maybe the smoke got stuck inside of the cage. That's why he suffocated. Yeah. This is what often happens. You jump ahead of the logic. I presented this one too early. Alright, it's another piece which tries to say the same thing. I'm trying to show that there was this. What else tells that same story? Oh, here. There we go. Exactly. Well, the fire consumed all the oxygen in the are we in the common room? Yeah. Well, at least we've solved one of the methods of murder. Yeah, it sort of does, doesn't it? So it wasn't calculated, it was all sort of improvisation, which does sort of tell a different story about the profile of the murderer. Although she did have all those rocks around her. Why did he just stop there for a few moments? Is there something the matter about having him on the stand? He's not very... I revere and serve the god of dragons, but I'm not Bahamut's avatar. Oh, so there's another dragon god? Oh, no! No, dude! I'm sorry, this is too funny. All right. Now that everyone's calmed down, let's get your testimony, please. I was doing some paperwork in my quarters and I suppose I lost track of the time. My alarm went off and I realized that it was time for my afternoon prayers. I began heading to the prayer room when I spotted Lady Steelwind looking over the west. I just have to review this thing again. The high speaker's quarters, that's the room that's soundproof. Okay. Did the dragon just get, I don't know, outscaled? Ah, he definitely did. Good one, Queen. I love how he kept saying, oh my god, and then the high priest thought he was just swearing by the real god dragon's name. He just didn't read the situation correctly. I tried to greet her, but she didn't respond to me. That's when I noticed she was pushing something large over the balcony and into Lake Galacrond. I asked her what she was doing, but again she ignored me and went toward the prayer room. And it was the same response when she finished that meeting. Let's see. The king. No, not the king. But I recall someone saying that she sort of snubbed them. Here. Didn't answer Asta when asked where she was going. It's probably because she was being mind controlled. I'm a punter at times, you sure are, Queen. You got away with the words and language. Okay, he made his way to the prayer room and the guards there turned him away. But in your quarters you wouldn't be able to hear anything, so just keeping that in mind. And then that's why he didn't hear the murder in the prayer room. Okay. Please just stop. She was waiting. Was she waiting for the high speaker to leave? Perhaps you should closely examine the timing. Okay. Many things. Okay. Until 3:15, so he was in there for an hour. There's a very small time frame between Sybil's death and Arya's attack on the prayer room. The details of his testimony could make a huge difference depending on when each event happened. Okay. Time to review our evidence. Died at 2:45. Died at 2:18. Oh, well she died after. Okay, something's funny there. Hold on. Pushing something. Okay. Here we go. Got you now, mister. Well, not necessarily him, but we got what's going on. She threw something over, but it was not Lady Sybil. That's the thing, Lord Stillwyn. It couldn't have been. The location is lining up perfectly. That may be, but the witness just said he saw Arya dumping the body before 2:15. You see it too, don't you, Lucio? How did Arya dump Coraline Sybil's body before 2:15 if her time of death was 2:18? Well, I was assuming it'd be this one. Ah, that's why it didn't look that... Yes. That's... I don't know. Why did she cast that? We know they found debris near the balcony with traces of transmutation magic on it. But why? Why did she use that? Maybe she wanted to obfuscate her identity? Let's see, Arceus, Sybil, cast, was still alive, cast Stone Skin, well, before being thrown into the lake. Ah, that would make more sense. It would protect her from the Sealwind strike, but that doesn't seem quite right. I may not have seen much, but I saw that the object Arya dumped was stiff and motionless. No, I don't think so. Sybil was affected by the afternoon sun. Probably knocked. Oh, not. Oh no. Ah! There we go. Oh, now we're saying Arya casts this? Okay. What can Arya use? Oh, that sleep one? Man wound silent spell, detect magic polymorph. Hold creature. Oh, I see. Hold creature. There we go. Sybil must have cast Stone Skin on herself when Arya attacked her. The patron must have known that Arya couldn't physically damage her. Wait, what? Oh yeah. Must have known Arya couldn't physically damage her while she had Stone Skin, so they ordered her to restrain Sybil with that spell. And Sybil died by suffocation. What? When she hit the water, she would have drowned, I suppose. Yeah. Well, that tears my theory to the wind. I really wanted that to be involved somehow, this whole feigning death, because I don't know that it's been used during this game so far, so maybe someone else be using this. Exactly. It's not planned out at all. Wait, he couldn't make the blade. But Arya can. She's got shape liquid as well. They have very good knowledge of spell casting, whoever's done this. If Arya hadn't encountered Celeste, Pierce might have died just as quickly. They're all nobles. And yeah, 2 of them are convicted murderers. Von Sanctus and Pierce are convicted murderers of... Well, who did they kill? The common folk? No? Lesser known... No, who did they kill? Von Sanctus killed... He was just a common person, I thought. Fine. Let's just go by the noble stuff then. Pierce... wait, Sybil and Von Sanctus are house leaders of pillar families. Yeah. I mean, 3 out of the 4 are eliminated. That only leaves Steelwind. But why would they kill... Garrick instead of Steelwind? The patron wanted to frame, wanted to kill, wanted to hide, wanted to save, wanted to frame Arya for the murders. No? House Steelwind using Arya to make them suffer for the murders. Oh, yeah, it's just saying it a different way. The patron wanted people to suspect House Steelwind. Well, that way they get rid of all of the houses. Whoever this is, they're trying to rule the kingdom, surely. But how and why? Yeah, what does that have to do with it? Or it could be the information that he holds. Oh. But he wanted to talk that day. Pierce knew the identity of Celeste's parents. But who is she delineated from, I wonder? I don't know. Is she a Heavensborn? Is she a royal? There must be something graded to it. But who did he send the letter to? I want to know that too. Who he was going to tell the identity to. Yeah, all the questions I'm asking. Let's see. Coraline, Sybil, the patron. Oh, maybe the patron. Oh gosh. Oh dear. And then that's why they redirected it to us, so that we'd be on the scene, I guess. But if they wanted us there, why weren't we killed? So many questions. Oh. Her birthright. Oh no. Oh gosh. Please don't be the royal family. Well, House Freyga, House Steelwind, the Eye Taker. Hmm. Alright, well, process of elimination, it leaves only Steelwind. Can none of the options work? Hmm. Okay, more questions. We still don't know why Tyrion's mother was killed too by this eye taker, as well as Celeste's parents' origin, and who's orchestrating this plan, why. We need to know these things. Who the identity of the eye taker, not the eye taker, the Empress of Discord and the patron are. And what about Tyrion's mentor? We haven't seen her since the last case. What's she up to? Just a bit. Hmm. I can hear wedding bells. Ding dong. Wow. What an opulent looking city. Beautiful. Using the Kingsguard's teleportation network, you arrive back in Rathelm. Due to Celeste's insistence, you're being escorted by a division of the Kingsguard. Well, that is as should be. They definitely make you look out of place. As you walk through the city, you draw strange looks from nearly everyone who sees you. It's a little strange giving orders to knights. It's definitely going to take some getting used to. Ah, tracker. Hello, friends. Sorry for Borks. Tracker thought he smelled something bad. Oh, what's this person? Oh, that's the one who's training, the guy who's learning necromancy. He doesn't seem too happy. Marinath has gone and run off too. How dare you? Okay. Ah! Holy moly. What is happening? Holy moly. Oh. So that might happen if you try to issue one from someone who hasn't actually made a contract. It's that contract's still in effect? What, Asta made one with that Empress? I don't know what's going on. It doesn't look good. I love the dog. What? I died? Holy moly. Maybe because Asta does not have a blood contract with the Empress. Oh. Yeah, obviously. Beatrice Frager and Iris Elmater were accounted for in the garden until 2 p.m. But after that they both went missing. And Beatrice was found... She came into the prayer room and... What did she do in the prayer room? Because we know that Arya was the one who killed Garrick. So I don't know if we still are in the dark about what she was doing there and why. Eris supposedly lost track of Beatrice and searched for her in the garden. Leif, Miriam and Lazarick were together and about to search. However, they were stopped by the Kingsguard who reported a delivery. Yeah, okay. Hmm. Hmm. All right. Kind of similar. Not really. Oh man. Who can use illusion magic though? Isn't it only this person? Yeah. Well, the only way, or the only person left to interrogate is probably the eye taker himself, so that's the next step we can take. However, we are reaching the end of this stream for today, so I will need to wrap it up here on quite a bit of a cliffhanger. But next time I hope that we can press forward and get to the conclusion of this game in its entirety. We will be at part 10, and the last part I'm hoping to stream again on Friday night rather than the normal Sunday time slot. And I plan to start streaming from 8 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time, and it may even go longer if need be, depending on how many hours it takes to wrap this up. It may even go for a 4-hour stream, I don't know, but it'll go for however many hours it takes to get to the end of this case. But thank you everyone for joining today. I'm not sure if you're still there or not, Queen, but thank you for your time and being here. Oh, thank you. Take care, Crispy, thank you. Thanks, Queen. You take care too. Please get enough sleep so that you can rest up and feel energized for the week ahead and for all your streaming and working interests. Do take care and get the rest that you need. I will give this game a save just so we don't lose our spot here. 5-5. There we go. Grab some Black Alley. Okay. So that way we can leave it ready for Friday evening. So I want to give another shout out to H2O Queen while she's here. H2O Queen streams every evening from 7 PM on Monday till... Oh, I forgot the days, Queen. You're going to have to fill me in here. I know there's one day of the week you don't, but all the other days you do at 7 PM, I believe. Hopefully I can join you on tomorrow night's stream, see what you're up to there. But thank you everyone for joining. I hope you did enjoy, and I will just go and move over to our little ending slide for today. It varies, says Queen. Okay, some days Friday and or Saturday. Okay, but it's available in your Twitter page and your Discord usually anyway, if people want to check that out. If you don't do the Friday, you can come join this one. I hope to wrap this up for the finale. But obviously it's up to whatever you've got on your plate. But hopefully I can join you tomorrow night. It's such a pity about your computer that some of the games you've been wanting to play, you're going to have to sort of leave them until that'll get fixed. But everything in its own time, hey? Yeah, I understand. You got a lot on your plate working all those jobs, so see what you can do. But hopefully you can get the funds that you need and get this computer all upgraded soon. Yeah, you'll get there. Just keep chugging along and chipping away and you will achieve that goal, I'm sure. And it's good you can still find some other games that don't take as much strain on the computer and play them while you get that all ready. I may have to do another donathon. Computer parts have been sitting there for over 3 weeks now. Well, you've got a lot of them. It's just a few more parts, so yeah, whatever it takes. I'm sure that if you keep working at it and doing what you need to, it'll get there. And it'll be worth it once it's all upgraded. I'm looking forward to when you can do more of those. But in the meantime, the ones you're doing now are enjoyable, and you know, you keep building up your community and everything you're doing there. Anyhow, let us switch over here. Thank you, everyone. Oh, just don't like half-finished games. Yeah, I mean, when your computer's doing funny things, it's a bit tricky. I mean, you gotta sort of just roll with the punches and work with it. In its own time, you'll be able to get back and finish it when it's the right timing. I'm actually just jumping back into Spiritfarer on the Switch, and that's been sitting there for 2 years unfinished. So, you know, I just have to, we all have to work with the timing and what's going on in our lives and do things as they come. Yes, I am a bulldog, Dad. His name is Patrick. That's the little boy you see. Well, he's not a boy. He's actually 12 this year. So he's an old man in dog years. Yeah, he's a very good boy. He likes his walks. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Patrick. Yeah. Do you have any pets, Queen? I know you like cats, but I don't recall if you... Oh, I will. I will say H2O Queen's giving you a nice big scratch under your belly. I remember owning a Staffy and Husky Ahai. Oh wow, that would be great. They're nice big breeds. I think the Huskies like doing their singing too. I saw that on TV the other night. They had that dog program, and those Huskies apparently like singing. I want to own a Savannah or Bengal cat. Yeah, I can see you owning a cat too. You have a lot of love for animals in general anyway. and all living creatures. Bipedal. Oh, I didn't know if you meant that as a joke or not, but just the wording of it sounded like a pun. But no, that could be an actual term. So I don't mean that as an offense if I laugh there. It's a real word. Sorry, I didn't mean that offensively. Also, beardies are high on my pet list as well. Beardies as in a cat or a dog? Oh, bearded dragon. Oh, that would be cool. I like how they, well, I assume they use their tongue, don't they? Like, sort of like chameleons to eat up crickets and stuff. That would be cool to have them in a little heated tank. If a girl, I want to name it Liberty Dream. Liberty as in scale. Liberty. Is that like the Statue of Liberty, how it holds the scales in one hand? That makes sense. Yes, that's a good way to name it. And very positive. Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. Even the, what you call it? That app that I'm using to show the messages is making those dinging noises. Chatty. Dream is another streamer who got me to fall in love with beardies too. Ah, so it's a way of honouring their name too. Liberty Dream. No, it's a nice name. I'd say it'd be nice weather for them too where you live, because up north it's more warm. Yeah. Name it Chris, or you could call it Rathalion after this dragon in this game. Crispy. Cool Crispy because I'm so cold. Beardies also like to go on a walk. Oh, do they? Or Wrath for short. Rathy? Yeah. Yes, it's good to have dreams and aspirations. So I'm sure one day you'll get to own these pets that you love. Raffy, yeah. Sounds cute even. Nice nickname. I haven't had any pets to own since I've been living independently. My financial situation hasn't been consistent, to say the least. It's getting better. Yeah, that is, I guess one of the challenges is being able to have the consistent income stream to own and feed and maintain the needs of the pet. So can definitely appreciate that. But it is, yeah, I mean, you've got 3 jobs at the moment, so that sounds like a really positive step for you, and getting the those, not unless you count Marmalade, an orange cat who adopted both me and my neighbour, helped with vet and food costs at times. Oh, that's a nice name for it too, that colour, Marmalade. Yeah, it's good if you have someone who can help out in that way. Your neighbour named it Pancake. Marmalade Pancake. It's all these food names. I hope that you don't want to actually lick it up and eat it. When it sat on the fence, I called it Marzipan. Because it's half-half, I get it. That's very clever. And marzipan is another food, isn't it? It just didn't know who to go to. Well, I guess it sort of chose both of you. Yeah. No, that is a good nickname. Yes. It is definitely a win-win because it incorporates both of the names in one. Yes, well, I think we can, good place to wrap it up now. It's been great chatting with you, Queen. Thank you for sharing your pet stories. I always love hearing about people's animals. So I hope we can both have a good rest, and hope to catch you more tomorrow night on your stream. I look forward to it. Yeah, it was great. I will tell you more tomorrow. I'll give you some more stories. Yes. The dog of good luck and joy. Well, is very Irish name. So, he is definitely a happy chappy. So in that sense, he does incorporate that name. He was born around St. Patrick's Day, which is why he got that name. And because we used to breed bulldogs, and when he was born, he had this green mucus all over him. So that's why he got the nickname, because of the green colour. Yes. March Doggo. But thankfully the placenta came off and he was healthy. At first we were a bit concerned he couldn't breathe, but once it all came off and the mother cleaned it up perfectly, then he was all healthy. Yeah. Yes, I've had him ever since he was born. I used to bring him inside with me at the computer table in a little blanket when he was only the size of what my iPhone is, just like a 10-15 centimeters. Yes. It was always a good experience growing up with puppies. They add a lot of joy to our lives. What are you actually playing tomorrow night, Queen? If you've decided, or you might still be working on your schedule. Tonight I am playing Call of the Sea. Schedule is being released at 6 PM this evening. Literally did my scheduling during your stream. Ah, well, good multitasking there. Yes. Call of the Sea looks interesting. I looked a little bit of the screenshots up. So I might be able to sneak a bit of that in tonight too. And I will keep my eye out for the schedule too. I'll probably be watching The Voice tonight, but I can have it on side by side. Yes. I've heard good things about Dredge. Because of that Dave the Diver, I was looking up some of the popular Steam games at the moment, and Dredge did come up on a lot of the lists. It's gotten a lot of good reviews. But this Call of the Sea didn't come up, but it's, like you're saying, the same style and vein as Dredge. But the gameplay and the genre is a little bit different, I think. Yeah. The other one that yeah, no problem, Queen. Yes. No, it's been great chatting. And if I don't see you tonight, I will definitely catch up with you tomorrow night on your stream. So look forward to chatting more then. And please make sure you take care and rest up. Oh, awesome. Well, if I don't catch it tonight, I definitely get to see some of Call of the Sea tomorrow. Thank you. I will take care. Well, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed your time, and as always, please take care, and see you on Friday night at 8 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time, where we will hopefully wrap this title up.